Welcome back to STL TV Live. I'm Sarah Bernard, and in the studio with me now is Katrina Moore, who is the president of Katswalk Projects. Did I get that right?
Yes, I did.
Okay,
yes,
good.
Sarah, thank you for having me.
I am so excited that you're here. So, okay, this is really special. You live in New York, but you're from St. Louis.
Yes,
You work in the fashion industry. This is like a dream for a million people out there who would love to be doing what you're doing. So
absolutely, and this is the whole point of the workshop, of my traveling workshop and my tour, kind of taking that inspiration that girls see in the magazines, in the fashion magazines, like I grew up reading, and kind of making it more hands-on.
Okay.
You know?
Okay, good. So you left St. Louis, you went to New York, you're working in the industry.
Right.
And tell us some of the things, what's your day-to-day life like in New York? What kinds of things are you involved in?
Well, I wake up at about 6 a.m. You know, I've...
Like the rest of us.
yeah, and I just head off to work. I do a lot of freelance work for various publications. I've done work with, I've worked the Fashion and Accessories Closets and W Magazine, Harper's Bazaar. I've actually had a few accessories edits that were featured in the November 2010 issue of Harper's Bazaar.
Oh my gosh.
Which was pretty nice.
Wow.
Yeah, and I currently, my latest work, I've done some freelance work for US Vogue, working their fashion closets and also a little bit of their photo shoots during this past Fashion Week in September.
Their Fashion Week in New York?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, New York Fashion Week in September.
So you're here right now for a couple of weeks, and we're going to talk about why you're here in just a little bit. But what's it like coming back to St. Louis? Do you get to visit family and friends?
It's amazing. I love coming back home. I really do. It's kind of like a breath of fresh air. You know, my family is here. My childhood friends are here, and it's just a chance to get to catch up with everybody and see my loved ones. So I love it. I like it a lot.
It's quite different here versus the pace of New York.
It is, but I like the alternating from the fast pace of New York in the city. You know, go, to kind of relaxing at home. And New York and St. Louis is a great city. It's a great sports city. And I love it, you know, so it's home.
And going back to your fashion career, how did you get started? So did you go to college in fashion merchandising or fashion design?
No, I majored in mass communications from Lindenwood, and so I studied, you know, mass comm and learned about the ins and outs of communications. I took a lot of writing courses. I began as an intern writing for magazines. I wrote for 17 and Cosmo Girl for a while. I started in New York at working in corporate retail, and then from there I started in fashion publishing, which you know, writing for 17 and Cosmo Girl again, then kind of just getting into the fashion closets there as an intern first.
So what kinds of things did you write for the magazines?
Just the style blogs. Like I remember I did articles for Big Time Rush and kind of, you know, on the Twilight sagas and you know, a lot of the teeny, you know, a lot of the teen TV and music people who are in now. I remember I did an interview with the cast of Glee once in 2010.
Well,
that was
exciting.
Really exciting, really exciting. And it kind of keeps me, I feel like it keeps me youthful. It keeps my energy young.
Well,
I really enjoyed it.
You are young.
Yes, thank you. But it just keeps me that way, so I like it. I like
That's
it a lot.
really exciting. So when you go and interview the cast of Glee, like what are some of the things that you were talking about? Was it more about the fashion on the show, or was it just the general their bios,
it was just,
their careers?
Yeah, just general bios and their careers. It's really fun. You know, I also got to which was inspiring for me. I got to interview a lot of independent musicians, artists, authors as well, people who are not so much mainstream, but they are rising. And so that was another thing that was very inspiring, and that kind of inspired me to start the Katswalk, which is my own independent online magazine that features independent artists in fashion, music, whether you're a stylist, a fashion designer, a musician, or a playwright. It kind of gives you a platform, people who I feel are very talented and will rise.
Yeah,
I
and your website is?
Well, the magazine is The Katswalk at katswalk.com. And then this workshop that's this weekend is Faces of 2012, Fashion and Style Workshop at models2012.com.
And we are going to talk more about that in just a minute.
Exciting.
We're going to take a quick break, but don't go anywhere. I'll have so much more with Katrina when we return. And remember to keep up with STL TV and all the great events going on around St. Louis. Friend us on Facebook, follow us on Twitter, and subscribe to our YouTube channel to stay in the know. And you can always watch us streaming live on stltv.net. So keep it locked right here on STL TV. We'll be right back with more STL TV Live.